How do you imagine the Cryo Archon? Since we don't have anything official yet except for her statue, I did some detective work and drew her myself. Let's get into it. Hoyoverse loves to hide elements directly in the design. Take the Pyro Archon for example, she has flames and fiery patterns all over her outfit. As for Furina, her design is full of water drops and ocean blue color. And Nahida has a lot of plants and leaves on her head. I assume they are leaves. And her color palette is green. Raiden Shogun is covered in purple lightning symbols. Zhongli the G-Archon is basically a walking geometry lesson. His code and skills are full of square, stone-like patterns. Lastly, we have Venti. He has feathers, a cape, and a windmile that represents wind. Meaning that the Cryo Archon probably has a blue color palette and, of course, is snow themed. I checked and compared all of the statues of the 7, and it turns out that the hairstyles on the statues are always 100% match to the actual in-game characters, only the clothes change. This means, thanks to the statue, we already know exactly what her hair looks like. There are barely any details about her looks in the voice lines of other characters. Columbina only says silent and motionless, like a statue, which probably means that the Cryo Archon appears cold. So I looked at other Nesnaya characters like Arlecchino and Child. Both have these crystal-like patterns on their clothes. That seems to be a fashion trend in Nesnaya. I also searched for other characters with pointy ears to see if there's a secret connection, but that clue was a total dead end. I found nothing. Instead, it's worth looking at other Hoyoverse games, like Honkai. The developers love to reuse designs just like Yaimiko and Yaizakura. My main guess were the Tsaritsa are Bronya or Kiana, but later I noticed that the Kiana design got reused already. Now it's time for the most important part. Looking closely at the Cryo's statue, she is sitting on a throne, wearing a crown, holding a spear, and a scepter, the classic symbol of power. As you can see, she has pointy ears. These are important details that I need for my drawing. I'm not sure if the real Tsaritsa is also wearing a crown in-game, but I included that in my design. And I almost forgot to mention this Nesnayan maiden. She is the only enemy in whose description Nesnaya is mentioned. And I think her style... When I started the game, I always thought she is a Cryo Archon, even though she uses Hydro. But I also took inspiration from her, since she's giving Cryo Archon vibes. Enough talking, let's bring the Tsaritsa to life. Enjoy the speed paint! And this is how I imagine a Cryo Archon, just a bit with more details. Mine lacks of it. I use a lot of glitter because it looks like snow, and honestly, I just love glitter. What do you think of her? Let me know in the comments and leave us up. See you next time!